All right, family, it's your brother Asad back again with another quick video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new content on this channel. Secondly, in terms of housekeeping, I gotta make sure that I give a special and a particular and a peculiar shout out to my South African family for all the love that they have shown this channel, shown myself, shown my wife, shown my family. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. And third, March Madness has come to an end. But we had a phenomenal time in South Africa this week. But guess what? We are on our way back really, really soon. So y'all been asking about this guest, right? Y'all want to know what Brannon thinks about South Africa and his first time. So I'm gonna allow the brother introduce himself, and then we're gonna get into this conversation. And because yes, we have a plane to catch tonight at 10 o'clock. But so Brannon, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, who you are. The people already know, but go ahead.
Well, this is Brannon Gelman from New Orleans, Louisiana, twin brother of Brandy Gelman. She was the one who kind of put me in a mix with SA, and or as the locals say, Josie. And so that's what brought me here, brought me to Josie, my sister, and the Mr. and Mr. Dr. Asad.
No, bro, we good. We just aside, bro. We good aside. Okay. Unless you about to write me a check. And when the white man write me a check, I'm doc.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
So, man, this was your first time on the continent. Before you left New Orleans, what did you think, or what did you expect to see when you arrived here?
Well, I didn't expect this. I'll be honest with you, and I don't mean that in a negative way, because I've said that a couple of times, and a couple of people took it felt offended about it. So I want to clarify that I didn't think it was going to be as advanced and progressive as it is, because it's actually more advanced and progressive than my hometown. So when you think about where you don't think, oh, I'm going to go to Africa and it's going to be more advanced than where I am now. So that was a, you know, I thought I was going to see more like, I think Melbourne was the area. I more like that. I didn't think they had any Rosebanks or Melrose, Santon. That was for me to see, and that's really what I want, because we don't have that in Orleans. So you know what I'm saying, it's great for me to see.
I've told people this over and over again. Last time when we came back from South Africa, my family here on the channel said, hey, show us New Orleans. And I drove around and showed them, you know, different parts of Dumaine. I showed them Congo Square and stuff, you know. Now, one thing they said was that, you know, our houses are built out of wood, but they didn't really realize, like, oh, no, America is not Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And like, we really do have big old potholes and, you know, ghettos around or whatever have you. So, they don't expect it vice versa. Like, you didn't expect to come see a Melrose. They don't expect that we got El Dorados and Alexanders and all that stuff. And Yeoville.
Yeoville. We got Yeoville too, yo.
So tell us about that, man. How did you end up hanging in Yeoville, man?
So, you know, I'm an international traveler, and I travel with God, you know, so I always feel comfortable when I'm going, and I'm always respectful of cultures, and I always try to come from a place of love. So a lot of times before I say something, I'll say it in my head, and I'm like, if that doesn't sound like it's coming from a place of love, don't say it. So just having that mentality, having that type of shield, if you will, spiritual shield, I don't really have too much fear going to places. I know, and then on top of that, you know, we come from New Orleans, so we train to recognize certain things, and, you know, we adapt to situations where if it gets hostile, or we know how to move, you know. So I'm always comfortable, because if it gets funky, I just revert to my instincts. I know how to move and get out of it, but I also know the political game. And so you just gotta, you know, you meet the right people, you say the right things, you patron their business. You know, when I went to the Yeoville, I patroned, you know, I spent money in the shops, I bought food, I bought stuff, I bought art, and I wanted them to know, like, hey, I'm here, I want to see how things are here, but at the same time, I want to be respectful. And my mom always told me, don't go to somebody's house without a gift.
Yeah, that's true.
So I just make sure I have a gift, and it's coming from a place of love. And then, you know, I always have a way of just getting around the right people. And I was just got people, and they said, hey, you want to see you want to see the hood? And I was like, yeah, I want to see the hood. Of course I want to see the hood. We're gonna take you to Yaleville. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And it was great, man. I felt like I was at home. I felt like I was in New Orleans, There was a lot of brothers. We have a lot of Congolese influence in New Orleans, like you say, with Congo Square. They spoke French. We come from a French city. So I was able to understand a lot of stuff. It was cool.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. So when you first got off the plane and you were riding through the city, you was following me and I was driving bad. But I had to get back accustomed, take a day.
Right.
But when you were driving through the city, the thing about it, coming from the airport, you see different parts of the city. But what were your thoughts when you were maneuvering,
Well, honestly, I was trying not to get into an accident because I was like, we're on the wrong side of the road and I'm driving on the opposite side inside the car. So too much on the drive. I was focused on your taillights and your license plate. I was like, okay, is he really gonna make this turn? Like, we're gonna get hit. I was like, wait a minute, why is he turning right into the left lane? I was like, oh my God, what's going on? So I was type of time from the airport. That was the only time I've driven since I've been here too. I put that car in the garage.
That's cool. So when we stayed in Rosebank. What'd you think about your accommodations?
Oh man, it was nice. Like, I love the spot. I got a dope spot. In New Orleans, I'll be paying maybe $2,500 a month for something like 2,500 American. So yeah, how much here? So it's a really good spot. And that's one thing I've been noticing here. Like, you can live good, really good and it's affordable. America is not like that.
Yeah, not at all.
I think that's a misconception a lot of people have too. They think that, you just move to America, you get a job, and it's hard getting a job, even for people from America. It's hard getting a job. Then once you get the job, you don't have a quality of life. You're probably been working 60 to 70, maybe 80 hours a week, 6 days a week. And then the money you get is just going to be enough to make ends meet. It's just going to be enough to pay the bills and maybe save a couple $100 a month, so coming over here for me was like, it's like almost like I'm getting the rewards from the hard work, if that makes sense.
Man, I think that's so important and valuable what you're saying, because people, again, a lot of our South African family, a lot of our continental African family, they think you go to America because the American propaganda machine is powerful and it's strong, it's effective. And they have people really believing, hey, I go to America, I'm going to get a job and I'm going to live the quote unquote American dream. And just the fact of the matter is, that is not true. It's never been true, especially for Black people, right? Maybe true for some others, but for us, you're going to be working a long, hard time, and you could be 60 or 70 years old and may not have much to show for it. So,
and as a foreigner,
go ahead. Go ahead. No.
I was going to say, as a foreigner, if you don't have a specific education, like if you're not coming there as a doctor or a lawyer or a scientist or some high-end position where anyone makes a lot of money, it's going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? It's tough. Most of the foreigners that come, most of the African brothers that I know, they came on student visas, they came for school, they got education. So they live those American dreams, but they live better than a lot of Americans.
Right.
They have those educations and things like that.
Right. They like a lot of, oddly enough, Nigerians here have a reputation that is not equal to so a lot of Nigerians come to the United States and they are doctors and engineers, and they actually make a little bit more money than Black Americans or American descendants of slaves. So I want to say this. Well, let me say this. What did you do while you were here? We'll get back and we'll kind of bounce around the conversation, but you did something in particular. What did you do while you were here?
So actually I have the shirt on. I gave a lecture at the Chiba Cannabis Academy, which is apparently is the first cultivation academy on the whole continent of Africa. I had previous communications with them. One of the things I do is cultivation. If people don't know what that is, I grow marijuana, I grow weed in California. Legally, it's legally. It's a job. I'm licensed and everything. The plants have barcodes and everything. So they are the first ones to do that here. So I reached out to them and they asked me, hey, would you like to give a lecture and share your experiences? And I said, sure, of course. So that's what it was. We gave a 2-hour lecture. I put a video together, like a compilation of my home videos showing all the stuff, the stages of the harvests and things of that nature. And yeah, it was entertaining. They had a lot of questions. I just gave them some notes on what to look out for during your harvest, diseases, molds, insects, stuff like that. Nutrients, the best. We just gave some ideas.
All right, so now we old, but you act like you young. So you ended up going to I gotta just tell the people, man, we got here. This dude is out of control. We got here, and before we know it, like whoever owns his Airbnb, he had linked up with this dude. They was gone. I'm like, I thought I was gonna show him around Josie and point out shit. I'm sorry, point out stuff or whatever have you. And no, big homie, he was gone. He was at the clubs. So tell us about that. Tell us about the nightlife.
Man,
did you go to
bro, man, the nightlife is ridiculous. It's it's off the chain. So yeah, I went to the Monarch one night. I went to a club in Yaleville. That was off the chain. They was playing Tupac. I was like, word.
Yeah.
They played Lil Wayne.
Wow.
I went to Nostra. I think it's a club called Nostra.
Dang.
I've been moving around.
Yeah, I see.
I've been doing my thing. One thing I will say is, man, when they start doing that, I'm a piano. I be losing my mind. I be trying to. I'm a piano. I love that. I hope I find me a girlfriend that can I'm a piano.
Man, in the comments, before we even go another further, tell them the name of your YouTube page. I know you're just trying to get it off the ground.
I appreciate the plug. So it's called GLM, my last name, GLMON International. I was inspired by Asad here because I love what he's doing. I love what you're doing. It exposes a lot of ideas and opportunities to people who feel your weight. Like that's how I got on. That's how my sister got on. So I just wanted to say, you know what? I'm a jet setter. I've lived in 20 different countries. I travel, but I've never recorded it. I never shared those experiences. So I was like, you know what? That'd be kind of cool. Like if I'd had a camera yesterday when I was in Yaleville, that would have been dope.
Yeah.
So I was like, I might do that. So I think while I'm here, I'll try it out. I got some things I'm gonna do. So I might do some videos and see if I can get some followers and see if they like me or whatever. And we'll take it from there.
Now I noticed y'all said while he's here, and y'all heard me say we about to get on a plane. But the brother has what? What did you decide to do?
One more week. I extended it for one more week. I can't leave y'all. I got the hat on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here for another week.
Yeah. By himself, like I'm gonna stay. Y'all go and catch that plane thing and do what y'all gotta do. Yeah.
I'm in Josie solo dolo.
Yeah, man. So I always like to ask people about their food experience, man. Like, what you think about the food here?
I thought it was really good. And, coming from where we come from, we got a high standard for what we consider good food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We all know some of the best food in the world. I thought it was really good. I like the meat. It's very, it's good. The meat is good here. The vegetables and the vegetation is amazing. Like the salads here just be crunchy and crispy and stuff. So
yeah.
Really good. And the chicken livers. I'm loving the chicken livers.
Them peri.
Yeah, that peri sauce is ridiculous.
Yeah. So what are your plans for the week? You'll be here solo dolo. What you getting into?
So I'm going to an art gallery tomorrow. I actually am doing some business with an art gallery here. I'll be import-export with them. So I'm going to go check out some pieces that I want to bring back tomorrow. Hopefully I might have dinner with a nice Josie girl. How that goes. And that's it. I think I might slide on down to Durban. You hear me? Like I let that. Durban. Slide on to Durban and check that out for a minute and that's it. Just check out. I mean, it's Josie's so big, man. It's just like
so much to do, man. You gotta check out. Yeah, you could. I mean, you gotta check out Mabanang. It's like the nightlife spot. So if you're not leaving to next Sunday, yeah, you got next Friday and Saturday.
Yeah,
Check that
definitely.
out. Yeah,
I also went to the strip. What was that? 7th and Melville or something like that. Melville. Well, all the
I ain't even
college.
go there. I ain't heard. Yeah, you
Yeah, I
went there
went
too?
there. Yeah,
Man,
I
you
went
been
there.
getting around, bro.
Yeah, I went there too.
So when
Yeah.
I know you done jumped into a few, like you've seen a few business opportunities here.
Yeah.
You know, if from an insider's perspective, let me say this. Most of the times people look at SA or the South Africans, I don't think they really see the opportunities. Now, I'm not saying all of them, I'm just saying some of them may not see the opportunities. You know, I keep thinking of Booker T. Washington when Black folks were free from slavery. You know, they were kind of asking, you know, what should we do? And he gave this speech and he said, cast down your buckets where you are. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a whole bunch of opportunity here. However, I don't think our South African family actually sees the opportunity. So here, you've seen a few business opportunities. What do you think about the business climate just from the week that you've been here and the opportunities that you see?
I think it's a large data bank of opportunities here. I think and I don't know too much about how the politics work here. I'm sure that has a play into a lot of things, but I think me being a foreigner, it'd probably be easier for me to invest in some situations, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a lot of opportunities. I think it's great for foreigners to come here and meet South Africans and partner up. One thing I will say is, I think from the South African standpoint, from my South African brothers and sisters, when meeting Americans and you want them to invest, if you're really serious about it, and this is me saying this from a business standpoint, giving advice to my African brothers and sisters, I would suggest having like a business plan, something on paper where you could talk about and show something tangible, because, you know, we might not act initially. We might want to sit and think about it. So you have something tangible, a business plan that a person can bring back with them to America, sit down, study, y'all switch WhatsApp numbers and y'all communicate, build a rapport. I think that is the better avenue for making a marriage between us. Sometimes it, like, just from my experience, it turned into, you know, once you get around, you know, a lot of people, they know you're doing business and you try to come business, then it's like a pitch fest. You know, everyone's just ideas. And for me, it's about the chemistry.
Right.
Making money is easy. Can we make money together is the hard part.
Yeah.
So it's about the chemistry. So just in future, for all of my Josie brothers and sisters, build a rapport with us. Right. We want to have a relationship with y'all. We want to be in South Africa, but we don't want to feel like we're a bank or ATM and the only thing you see is, oh, invest in this, invest in this, invest. No, invite me to your house.
Yeah.
Show me culture. Let me have dinner with your family. And then what'll happen is a beautiful dynamic will be born and opportunities will create themselves that you never thought of.
Right, right.
So it's when you start, because you start sitting out talking like, this dude cool, she's cool. Oh, and then, oh, wait, you need hair products? You need wigs? I can get that. And that might not even be something y'all thought about doing, but just out of rapport, opportunities will present themselves. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. And you mentioned something earlier too, I guess, because we are American, as African as we are American. You mentioned ROI. And that's kind of that if you're going to do a pitch, as you said, that's the main thing you need to start with. This is how much money you're going to make back, you know. Right. So if you want to elaborate on that.
Cool. All right. So ROI is, and just to let people know, like, I went to Tulane University for international business and stuff. So a lot of stuff I'm saying is factual, and I own 5 companies and things of that nature. So coming from a person who owns companies and who's always looking to invest or wants people to invest in me, because I want more, and more than investing in others, I want people to invest in me too. So I'm always looking for investors. So the first thing I always do is a ROI. And a timeline on the ROI. A ROI, for whoever doesn't know or isn't familiar with the terminology, it's a return on your investment, return of investment, right? And so the second thing you should have an ROI. So if I put up $100,000, my ROI should be $100,000 plus 10%, right? Mm-hmm. needs to be a timeline on when I can expect to receive that 10%, or I can start getting partial payments on that payback, right?
Mhm.
It needs to be, a business plan. And in that business plan, it needs to state, the location. That's important. You have to have a location, something tangible. It needs to have the address, phone number, email, website, things that show that you are a viable business. It also should have some kind of documentation saying that you are actually making money. It's very, very easy to get people to invest when you're already making money, and you need to make more, and you need more money to expand. You need more money to get bigger offices or get bigger inventory. But if you just come in and you just say, I want to do this, I want to do that, then you need to have a business plan with all those things listed. You need to have a return of investment, meaning how much you're going to get. If I give you this, how much am I going to get back, and when I'm going to get it back.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I think that my brothers here, if you want to do business with Americans, because that's how we do business in America.
That's how we think. Right.
That's how we do it. We need business plans, we need ROIs, and we need a timeline.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to do that, that will make my SA brothers and sisters, you do that and you meet a brother or sister from the States and you present yourself like that, you're going to have a lot more chance of being successful and getting an investment.
Yeah, definitely. So, so let's talk about, I usually don't ask this question. So but I would like to know, what are some things that we know let's start off like this. What are some things you disliked about SA, or that you didn't find too great? And then we'll talk about the things you like, or if there were anything that you disliked.
Honestly, it wasn't that much I disliked. I just felt every now and then, it wasn't often, but I just felt like sometimes when people knew I was American, it turned into an opportunity. Oh, I have an opportunity to do this because I met an American, and I didn't like that. I'm a normal dude. I just want to come here. I want to hang out with y'all and see how y'all live. I don't want to be while I'm having a drink or someone's in my ear pitching an idea to me. So that aggravating at times, but other than that, man, I had a great time. It wasn't. I love it here. I'm trying to move here. So
yeah. What are the top 3 things? Give me 3 things that you liked about SA.
The people.
People, number 1, always bam, 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 bam. Just like that. The people are the greatest natural resource.
So much love.
Yeah.
So much love. So much love. The people, the women. I gotta keep it 100.
I can't say nothing. I'm gonna go ahead next.
The opportunity. I see great opportunity here. I see great opportunity. So I would say the people, the women, and the opportunity. That's all I need. That's all I need. I don't even need the people. I just need the women and the opportunity. I don't even need the people. But I'll take the people,
Man, definitely, man. I tell people all the time, the greatest natural resource that South Africa has is its people. The love that they show is real. It's not fake,
it's ridiculous.
Man. I think we are brought up in a culture where we're very cautious and suspicious of people showing us, like, man, I don't know you, man. But these people, man, it's like, it's real and they really mean it. You stay here these 2 weeks, you just said, having people invite you somebody's going to invite you to their house to eat. Somebody's going to, want to take you out just to get a cup of coffee with you, to sit down and talk with you. And it won't even be about business. They just want to sit down and build with you and talk about New Orleans and talk about SA or whatever have you. It's really genuine love out here. You know what I'm saying? So
that's one thing. You're right.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, not to cut you off, but to add to the point earlier, that's what I love the most too. The respect that I see between the Black people here. Sometimes it's like you said, you're like, oh, why are you being nice to me? I'll give you an example. What happened to me the other night? I was in the club, right? And I was with a guy. We met at the dinner.
Okay.
And I asked him that he wanted to take a picture with me, right? And the way he asked another guy to take a picture, I thought was so dope. Respectful. He went up to him and said, "Excuse me, my brother," in his accent. And I love the accents here. It's dope. "Excuse me, my brother. And if you can't, I won't be offended. But if you could you kindly take a picture of us?" I thought that was the dopest thing ever, yo.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was so dope that another grown man didn't even feel like he was humbling himself.
Right.
But he was just so respectful for a picture. You know, we'd be like, say, yo, hey, you can take this picture with me? All right,
Get the picture,
thanks.
Peter. Yeah, get this picture with me.
But he really looked at his eye and like try to talk to his soul. Like, if you say no, man, I won't be mad. But if you could find it in your heart and just snap it would make my night. I was like, man, the love, yo. I love it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I think it's that Black Americans have to deal with a form of masculinity that is beyond toxic. It's just flat out dangerous. We don't know how to tell another brother, man, I appreciate you. You know, some of us do. You know, and so just that exchange. You know, the word humble. You said humble. It's not even humble. It's just a natural way that we're supposed to communicate with each other.
Exactly.
Right? But we have been taught to be just so. Man, let me get this. And if the dude would say, no, I can't take the picture, we ready to fight. What you mean you ain't gonna take the picture, bro? Call him all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Start disrespecting his whole family. You know, all behind the picture.
All about the picture, yeah. Another thing I know is now, I didn't get to make it to the club. Now, one night we did, in December, we went to Mabonag. So I did witness that. But last night we went to Gamilli's, and shout out to brother Alex, who had the who owns the joint. But
shout out Alex, good brother.
Dope dude. I'm gonna link up with him when I come back. I know y'all probably link up again. But I saw the way their nightlife, not necessarily the club, because it's not a club, it's a restaurant. But I saw the way it jumps. It's a level of sophistication. It's a level of and it was packed full of Black folk, drinking, having a good time.
Good looking Black folks.
Good looking, well dressed, nice cars. And at no point did I think, man, you know, some ignorant stuff is about to jump off here.
Right.
The vibe in there was peaceful. The vibe in there was like, we here to have a good time. And I don't know, when I compare it to the places I've been in the States, there's some places, but most of the time you really don't get that type of.
I've never had that.
Yeah, that's the truth.
I've never had that, and I've never. The first thing, and I should have said this too, I have no heaviness on me here.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was almost instantly when I got off the plane, and I was like, and I'm not saying this because I don't want to make like I'm a racist, but when I was like, damn, they don't have no white people. You know, white people they do have, they're different than the ones in America. They're very humble here.
Yeah.
At least they don't be, America, they mouth off, they pop off, you know, it seems to be a little bit more, they understand like they're the minority and they have to be kind of, you know, and so that was good. But just the fact that the police here, I saw one police car. You know what I mean? I saw one police. And you just don't have that feeling like, you know, I'm a 42-year-old man. I've never been in any trouble. I don't have a record, you know, but I still feel like I'm a criminal when I'm around the police in America. Right. And I've never been arrested. Like I don't have any charges, no felonies, you know, but when I get around the police, I'm make sure my head straight, and they pull me over. I'm yes, sir, no, sir. And it's like, and I pay taxes, I pay your bills.
Right.
You public servant, you here to protect and serve, but yet still, I feel so dangerous when I see you. I haven't had that here. I think that's the most important thing that I've experienced here.
I mean, that's absolutely, the key is that you don't have to be a criminal to be criminalized in the United States as Black folk, right? And Henry mentioned when we were riding in his car, when he says, you know, hey, when I go to the US, it kind of feels sort of like a police state, is how he said it.
He did say that.
We see police everywhere. You know, you go to Kenner, Lord. I don't know about, you know, when we're riding around the city is one thing, you'll see them moving. But like I'll go to Kenner and get at a red light, it'd be like one in front of you, two on the side of you. It'd be like, man, this is an absolute police state. We are policed, we are over-policed in the United States under the guise of public safety. And you don't feel that here. And it's fine, even if we were to see a lot of police, what we don't feel is the fear of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think I'm gonna get shot over a traffic violation and that's safe.
Right.
If that makes sense, I'm not gonna go to jail because I said, hey, I want to speak to your lieutenant. I don't feel like this is a just stop. I'm not gonna go to jail or get sprayed with mace or get shot because I asked to speak to the supervisor, which happened in the States, you know what I'm saying? So.
Right. And I think that is one of the things that our South African brothers may not understand is a privilege, right? Or I don't know if it's a privilege or we're just at a plain old disadvantage, right? I guess that's the way things should be. We talked earlier, I think we mentioned, we said, man, coming to SA must be what it feels like to be white in America, basically.
That's exactly
that level of freedom of movement. Yeah.
That's exactly what I feel.
So any last parting words? Because I know it's getting short on time.
Nah, man, I just appreciate you and your family and everything that you all doing, introducing people like myself to Josie in South Africa. I think this is a great thing. This is the way we're going to get to the next level. This is the bridge. It starts like this. For centuries, for decades, for centuries, they've been saying that Americans don't like Africans and Africans don't like Americans. But I haven't experienced that since I've been here. And I was actually a little bit hesitant, like, oh, they're not gonna like me. They see it on, I ain't got nothing but love. I've been called brother here more than I get called in my own hometown.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be here. Like I said, I extended another week. You know what I'm saying? I'm
jealous, man. I'm mad too, Brian.
I had to. I'm gonna probably start doing some things on my channel this week. And then when I do, I'll let you know. You can help me out with that, being as though you're experienced.
Shout out that channel again.
GLM International.
GALMON International. Yes, look the brother up. Y'all like his page, comment on his page, subscribe. I think he'll be putting up some stuff tomorrow. So definitely, man. And I thank you, brother, for coming on. And man, we'll be back together at least in June or May. We're gonna figure it out how that work out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And bro, enjoy yourself here. Be safe. Yeah, man, and much love, brother.
I will lock all the doors. Don't worry.
Big facts. All right, brother. Peace.
Peace.